One of my most decorated soldiers received a strange missive this morning. One bearing the symbol of Bregan death. It was light on details, but it requested you, the hero of Neverwinter by name. According to the instructions, you are to travel to the cliffs overlooking Menzoberranzan, discreetly, due to political unrest in the Underdark. Seek out a drow named Jarlaxle Banray, and he will explain the rest.
Hail and well met. You've come at quite an interesting time. You are here to save the city, of course. Unfortunately, I am afraid the way there is quite treacherous. They call it the Cliffs of the Starless Sky, and by they, I of course mean I. It is a dangerous, rarely trod road into Menzoberranzan, and it will take us there without anyone knowing we are entering the city. There are many ways into the city, but this is the only way I am certain is secure. It will take us to a secret hideout, where I have some friends you should meet as well. Knowledge is power, they say, and in Menzoberranzan that is triply true. Better that only I know you're here.
Twa!
Menzoberranzan, the home I wish I never had. But what a sight from this high vantage!
For that! Frozen death!
Right through here. I'll meet you inside. Well met. Ah, and here we are at last. This place is not so easy to reach, as you have no doubt realized. But that is part of what makes it so valuable. And of course, you were up to the task. Well done, and welcome to Menzoberranzan. Anything else? Ah, you haven't heard of us. We are a group of survivors and thrivers who find our way around the webs and make allies of enemies because they value the knowledge we bring. Yes, we are mercenaries and spies, soldiers and scouts, commoners and houseless nobles. We are a network for trade and information here and on the surface. A family of choice rather than blood. Ha! Our own, you could say, but perhaps we're on no one's side, really. War is foolishly expensive, no matter who wins. We would rather stop the war before it begins, and I believe we still can. What is there to say, really? It is a city of beauty and of death. Order, only through chaos. It is a spider's web, waiting in the darkness to ensnare the I am from this city, and though I do enjoy traveling the rest of the realms, I always find myself returning. The matron mothers believe this city is their web, yet I often find myself at its center, playing its silken strings. There is a war brewing in Menzoberranzan. For now, it is quiet, bubbling beneath the placid surface, only occasionally spilling over into direct conflict. Unchecked, it will not stay that way forever. And I fear the damage such a war would cause should it truly become a civil war. I have called you here not to win this war, but to prevent it entirely. To that end, I ask you now to meet my friend, Malavosel Amvastol. She will direct your efforts for the time being.
Well met, soldier. Greetings. Our mutual friend speaks highly of you, and so I welcome you to our cause. I am called Vosely of the Blaspheme. Some fear war will soon envelop Menzoberranzan. For me, the war has already begun. Welcome, soldier, to the cause of the Blaspheme. What do you need, soldier? We are the lost and returned. We were given to Loth, punished for our crimes against her, turned to Driders. But we were saved and are whole again, and so we stand against her, forever. Yes, ask no more about it. I was a weapons master of a house of some renown, but that history is long past, and not worth remembering. I am me again, and I am here now. This is all that matters. It is a very useful place. Jarlaxle's spies have used it, and they have now given it to us to use. Listen carefully to the wind here, and you can hear conversation whispered between friends halfway across the city. I am sure there is magic to it. I do not need to understand its source to recognize its power. Information is critical in any conflict, and the magic of this place gives us much information. The Braeryn, or Stench Streets, is the underbelly of Menzoberranzan. The nobles of the great houses would have you believe their compounds are where the city's power lies. But the truth is, its power always lies with the masses, and the stench streets are where the masses live. Some, but there are also many of what the nobles call under-creatures, escaped prisoners. The nobles look down upon such creatures as lesser, weaker, unimportant. This will be their downfall. On the one, there are the Blaspheme, those who call Loth for what she is, a demoness, a destroyer, a plague upon the world. And on the other are her loyalist scum, who would follow her ways of chaos and ruin into the depths of the abyss itself. I have heard rumblings, yes, and not all of it good. Our cause is gaining strength among the common folk, but the high nobles are more fickle. If we do not win this war soon, we may find more powerful nobles, even high priestesses, turning their backs on us. The most obvious source of influence in the Braeryn district is, of course, physical presence. The Loyalists believe they are in control, and so they walk openly. We must teach them otherwise. Go to the Braeryn district, find Loyalist patrols, and eliminate them. We will teach them that their power is not so broad as they thought. We will make them fear. The Loyalists have several fortified locations throughout Braeryn from which they project their power. But that power comes at a cost. Even in the stench streets, people do not like to be controlled. If we hit these posts directly, it will be seen as a grab for power, and we will be seen as another controlling force. But if the people of the district destroy the fortifications themselves, go into the Braeryn district and rally the people there. Direct their fury against these guard posts. My sister-in-arms, Alejandra, has a task for you. I think it is superfluous, but she insists. Speak to her, do as she asks, and return to me.
Something you need? Greetings. I am Alejandra. I am sure Vasily would call you a soldier in this war, but I do not think that is quite accurate. You see, Vasily thinks with her sword arm, and her sword arm is mighty indeed. But it will take more than swords to win this war, and that is where I and you come in. To win influence within the stench streets, we must win over the residents of the district. The Loyalists have been acting with impunity, harassing and assaulting any who do not embrace them. This leaves an opening for the Blaspheme. Go into the Braeryn district and help the commoners fend off these abuses. When you have made progress, report back to Vasily. I am called Alejandra, and I am one of the Blaspheme, the former Driders made drow again by the magic of Matron Mother Quenthel and Priestess Evanel. Yes, I was, for many centuries. It is a horrid existence, truly. We were sisters of House Anvas-Tol in the beginning. She was weapon master, and I was somewhat less impressive. That has not changed much, though few are as impressive as Vasily. Have some questions? I think any place with a name is a place that our enemies can find. This post is useful for now, but I fear we are becoming too attached to it. I expect we will have to leave, sooner or later, when the Loyalists discover us here. I would rather we get out before, rather than having to fight our way out when they arrive. There's magic to this place, which gives it its name. A whisper anywhere in the city can end up here, it is said. Only I suspect that is not true. And besides, it is not all whispers. Only some. Well, first, I think it's only the Duthcloim and some of the surrounding districts we can hear. I've never heard a whisper from House Bainray, or any of the houses at all. And I ask, why can we hear only some whispers, with no clear reason? I think this place was made by Lolth herself, and she chooses the whispers we'll hear. I think relying on this place is foolish. I think we are fighting for our existence. If we are defeated, if we are captured, the fate that awaits us is worse than any torture you can imagine. I have already lived a lifetime, a drow lifetime, as a Drider. If the Blaspheme fall, we will be subject to that again. It is not a thought I wish to entertain. Loyalty is a virtue, but they've chosen a path that is the edge of disaster, with Lolth herself, a god without mercy. I cannot say I don't understand it. Lolth gives them power, and rejecting her would make them, well, like us. Hiding in shadows, struggling for survival. But understanding it does not mean I condone it. Perhaps some can. Some are surely going along with their old ways or with their families, without true consideration for what that means. And some will turn, if the tides of war turn against them. But none of that will stay Vosali's hand, nor my own, in the battle. The Loyalists are brutal, as you've no doubt seen. But that brutality seems to have no end. I've heard recently that a powerful matron mother was turned into a Drider for standing against them. It makes me fear for my own fate, should we fail here.
How can I help you? I am a scout and a spy, I suppose. I am a member of Bregan Death, ever since Jarlaxle rescued me from the squalor of the Stench Streets. Need something? Like most of Bregan Death, I am from the city, though I hold little love for it. The events unfolding have dangerous potential. I take pride in my role as an observer of dangerous events, so to speak. Eyes to bear witness. Unfortunately, it all hits very close for me. I cannot count myself as one of the Blaspheme, as I am loyal to Bregan Death first and foremost, but I know their torment all too well. I was, yes, briefly, and that was too much. I'll say no more about it. Well, I'm not one for putting down roots, as they say, but there's someone in the city that I find inescapable. I'm not saying she has me reconsidering my wanderer's life, but her solidity, her steadiness. Oh, I'm getting far ahead of myself. Where will I go when this is over, you ask? Wherever Jarlaxle leads, I'll follow. And only a fool would try to predict Jarlaxle's next move. Duthcloim, many folk. It is the district of commoners and merchants, of trade and whispers. It is where many of the commoners of the city, those who are not attached to the great houses, live. At least those who are not trapped in the hell that is the Stench Streets. Both. Neither. The district is large and diverse, and it has no coherent leadership. The most and least fanatical live shoulder to shoulder there. All I know is, if open conflict does come, much blood will be spilled in Duthcloim, on both sides. The Braeryn has earned its nickname, Stench Streets. It is the cauldron into which the dispossessed are tossed. The inhabitants include houseless drow, dispossessed and escaped prisoners, and other such lost souls, packed together far too tightly, with little food or water and no hope at all. The Braeryn is among the foulest places in the Underdark. It is where I was born. Unlike many of its lost souls, I have found my way out, though not on my own. Jarlaxle saved me from that place. For that, I am forever in his debt. If there are any people whose anger toward love is more justified than the wretches of Stench Streets, I know not where they reside. The Loyalists' hold in the district relies on fear alone. If they are given any reason at all to not fear the Loyalists, the common folk of the Braeryn will rally against them.
Done. I'll get you on that fire! Get you for that! Get you for that! get you for that! I'll get you like a fish! You're interfering with our quarters!
Well met, soldier. Your efforts have reduced the Loyalist presence in Braeryn considerably. Now, those who brave the streets must do so with caution, and this shows their weakness. Well done. What do you need, soldier? With their guard posts destroyed, the Loyalists will find it much more difficult to exert any control in the Braeryn District. And since the people themselves caused this destruction, we have garnered no ill will toward our own cause. Well done, my friend. It seems I was wrong to ignore Alejandro's ideas. Your work with her has the common folk of Stench Streets whispering of the Blaspheme as champions and defenders, and has further weakened the Loyalist grasp in the district. Do not tell Alejandra I said this. Our influence in the district grows. Where the Loyalists made the mistake of keeping their power out in the open, we will instead keep ours well hidden and protected. To this end, the Blaspheme have set resource caches throughout the district. The caches must be checked periodically. Go into the Braeryn District and check on these supplies. Alejandra has another task more suited to her sensibilities. I cannot spare soldiers for the task, but you and she have worked together effectively, so I will send you. Speak with her.
Surely we can find some...
Something you need? Greetings again, my friend. It seems our influence within the Braeryn District is growing, but it is difficult to know how much effect we are having. You've proven adept at moving around the district without attracting much attention, so I would like you to use that talent once again. Listen in on what the common folk are saying, and on the Loyalists who still patrol the Stench Streets as well. Once you have gathered enough information, report back to Vasily.
When the war comes, I'll be on the side of them that are on my side now. Lolth's way is chaos. Maybe these Blaspheme I keep hearing about are right.
What was that? Someone coming to try and kill me? Used to be we could walk through here without trouble. Now it seems there's knives in every shadow.
Well met, soldier. Well done once more. You are proving a fine addition to our cause, soldier. What do you need, soldier? It is good to know our actions are affecting our foes. The Loyalists fear us, as they should. Our influence surpasses their own here. When the war comes, we will drive them from the district entirely. And I suppose it is good to know Alejandro's plans have helped us well. The common folk are with us, and that will make things all the easier. Do not tell Alejandra I said so. Soldier, the war effort is in far better shape now than it was when you came to me. I have you to thank for that. The Blaspheme have gained much influence in the Braeryn district, and the Loyalists have lost even more. Were the war to begin in earnest this very day, I have no doubt we would sweep them from the district in short order. But there's more to this war than the battle on the streets. Return to our mutual friend, Jarlaxle, and he will guide you to the next battles that must be fought.
Well met. The news from Braeryn District appears quite good. It seems I was wise to send you there. Well done. Now, on to more pressing matters. The Loyalists are not merely sitting back and allowing our Blaspheme allies to destroy them. My spies have reason to believe a particular Loyalist, Malagdoral Armgo, is seeking something to decisively turn the tide. Naturally, it would be best if we prevented this from happening. Anything else? Menzoberranzan has never lacked for demons, but their numbers seem to be on the rise of late. The Loyalists are using them, you see, as muscle in and around the Duthcloim District. This is inconvenient for me. Eliminate any demons you find in the Duthcloim District, as a personal favor to me. My spies and scouts enjoy the freedom to travel anywhere in Menzoberranzan, but as of now, they're feeling a bit restrained, especially in the Duthcloim District. You see, the Loyalists have set up guard posts throughout the district. Go to the Duthcloim District and remove the restraints.
Good to see you, hero of Neverwinter. Blaspheme forces are doing their best to protect themselves while pushing back against Lolth's followers in Menzoberranzan. That said, I've heard reports of various threats such as Illithids and demon summonings threatening to expose them. I need you to travel out into the city, join the Blaspheme in any struggles, and put an end to any escalating situations you come across. Never thought I'd return to this place. My scouts tell me that the districts of Menzoberranzan are abuzz with Loyalist activity. We must stay ahead of their game and make sure they don't interfere with Bregan Death's operations here in the Whispering Outpost. We could use your help patrolling the streets of Menzoberranzan and eliminating any threats you may find to our cause. What do you say? The name's Imbros Iroquois. I only recently left Rothe Valley and returned to the Underdark after receiving some news about my family. I'll spare you the details, but I'm here to aid the Blaspheme however I can.
The cowardly loyalists have been trying to smear our cause as unjust and unworthy. They place signs and notes for all to see, hoping their words will sway the people against us. We will show them that their words have no power. Go into the stench streets and tear down their signs and messages. The Loyalists have captured some of my brothers and sisters. Blaspheme who are captured face a fate worse than death, and I will not allow that to come to pass. Go into the Braeryn District and free the captured Blaspheme.
Wasted effort. The rift to the abyss has opened.
Watch out! This giant spider appears to be touched by Lolth herself!
Well met, soldier. The words of the Loyalists will soon be forgotten, but your assistance will not. What do you need, soldier? Thank you, soldier. You cannot imagine the torment that awaits a captured Blaspheme if one such as you does not rescue them.
Well met. My sources tell me you've reduced the demon population of the Duthcloim District considerably. Well done! Unfortunately, the cursed fiends rarely stay gone for long, and there will be more work to do soon, I'm sure. Anything else? My spies can move through Duthcloim without worry of Loyalist guard posts again. You have my thanks. Of course, should the Loyalists seek to rebuild, you may need to tear them down once again.
Good to see you, hero of Neverwinter. Vasily and Alejandra tell me you made quite the impact out there. Heroic work, one could say. We will likely have need of your assistance in the near future. In the meantime, we will keep an eye on the state of Menzoberranzan. Never thought I'd return to this place.
It is my opinion that ears are often more valuable than eyes. Do you not agree? I have plenty of eyes in the Duthcloim District, but currently my ears are a bit lacking there. Go to the Duthcloim District and place some of these clever magical devices around. They will allow me to hear everything spoken near them. The Loyalists in the Duthcloim District keep changing their patrol routes, and this is somewhat inconvenient for one who wishes to avoid those patrols. If you would be so kind, make your way to the Duthcloim District and map out the current patrol routes the Loyalists are using.
The Loyalist presence in Braeryn is unacceptable. This is a war, and in war soldiers die. Theirs specifically. Kill any Loyalists you find in the district. Efforts to defeat the Loyalists rely on the whispers and assistance we receive from the common folk. They help us because we help them. Bring needed supplies to the common folk of the Braeryn district, so they will continue to think well of us, to aid us now, and perhaps take up arms with us when the battles begin in earnest.
Good to see you, hero of Neverwinter. My scouts tell me you have provided a much-needed distraction in the streets of Menzoberranzan. This will help us continue our operation. Commendable work, as always. Never thought I'd return to this place.
Well met. My ears have never been better, and the whispers of the Duthcloim District are most fascinating. The devices you've placed will not last forever, so I may call upon you to plant more soon. But for now, well done indeed. Anything else? Excellent work, my friend. The Loyalists will change their patrols again soon, I am sure. But until then, we have the upper hand in avoiding them.
Well met, soldier. Good work, soldier. Lorth wants her loyal minions, so we shall send them to meet her. What do you need, soldier? Our support among the common folk continues to rise, thanks to you. Well done.
You wish my aid? A wise choice.